What's the deal, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button for me. So, after a week of promo, AEW decides to air out the footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry's altercation. And it's getting a lot of backlash. It's not really looking like a good move. It's looking like a petty move more than anything. Now, I get it. Now, on the contrary of what many within the internet wrestling community would say, AEW has its right to, respond to any forms of critics from the ops, especially when CM Punk has a big microphone, especially when it seems as though, even though he's saying a lot of truth, that he's burying a lot of the credentials of AEW, thus plummeting the confidence of the company. Because if you have one of the WWE's main guys, now I think this, if CM Punk wasn't signed to the WWE, I don't think they would have really cared. But since CM Punk is signed to the WWE, they're in the midst of their biggest run into a new era. Him doing that could crush business for AEW. I'm looking at the objectives of that. So, that right there, I understand why they're responding. But it's the way that they're responding is what's not working. Because I get it. Companies take shots all the time. I understand why AEW, because if you have one of your main guys that used to be in your company at another company taking shots at your brand, making it look like a circus, you're going to do what you got to do to defend your brand. But the problem is this. They're not providing good content to where it's engaging new audiences. This has been the problem with AEW for a while. And what is them showing this footage gonna do for them? You just take your shot there and just move on. You know what I'm saying? Because now what they're doing, they're airing the footage and then they're flagging other channels for airing that footage. And it's no big deal. Take your shot. I'm gonna give a shot back. You could just say something about dude's tricep and move on. Focus on your company. And then on top of that, they're trying to follow the formula of the WWE because it seems like they're trying to follow the WWE. Now you have Samoa Joe going against Dustin Runnels. You're basically trying to put a Rhodes against a Samoan, your version. The Great Value version. And that's no disrespect to the talents of Dustin Runnels and Samoa Joe, but that can't hold and lead to the Tribal Chief versus Cody Rhodes. And see, the problem is this. Nothing wrong. I have no problem with companies taking shots at each other. I hate the tribalism that goes on between the AEW and the WWE fanboys. I can't stand it. Because I feel like this. Every company should take shots at one another. Fair is fair, all in war. But leaking this footage is not going to do them any good. CM Punk don't work there anymore. CM Punk is not an employee there anymore. Focus on making captivating television. Because I'm going to be real. Y'all cannot compete with the WWE, man. The WWE been around for 50 years. Especially with WrestleMania season, you cannot compete with that. Y'all need to do y'all. But see, what happened was this. AEW was birthed off the domino effect of Vince McMahon's booking. When Vince McMahon was ousted out of his company, and Triple H, a guy who understands the current product of what the consumer wants, he started dipping into the AEW lane because he's now understanding that. He understands what the consumer wants to see. He listens to the fans, where Vince McMahon did what he wanted to do. And that was something that AEW was their alternative. They listened to the fans. But now, Triple H and Shawn Michaels taking that shit over really got in the head of Tony Khan to where he don't know how to respond. He feel he has to respond when in reality he doesn't. All he has to do is just do him. All he has to do is just do him and create captivating TV. But the WWE is in his head. He's now focused on what Triple H and Shawn Michaels is doing, and you can't win that way. You can't win that way. You gotta win. You gotta move at your own race. And now, let's say hypothetically speaking, they want to focus on Swerve Strickland. For every Swerve Strickland, and Triple H got to answer to that now. You got Trick Williams and you got Carmelo Hayes. They hip. So now, I guarantee you this. A lot of those black and gold guys that went to the AEW, now coming back to the WWE. Because now they see the locker room morale is going back to what it was. Vince McMahon provided a real tense atmosphere. He pushed who he wanted to push. He didn't want to listen to the fans. He did what he wanted to do. And he used his intimidation and aura to intimidate people from really trying to get their character over their story. Like anytime even you got over organically, he would de-push you. That's how he was. So I predict a lot of AEW guys going to go to WWE now because they see, in a way, like what Cody Rhodes, we want to know what the truth was behind that. I've seen Brandy Rose say this about the company. We want to know why the fuck y'all left, man. Enough with all these innuendos. Enough with all this secretive stuff. Why did you leave AEW? It had to be something serious. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I probably think it's this. I'll put it out there. It was probably something to do with Cody's wife being black, getting more focused time. I bet you that's what it was. But to protect the morale of the company, they probably said some slick stuff to her, like, "Oh, you're only getting a push because you're Cody's black wife." They probably said something like that. But we in this real sensitive internet culture today that if that would have went out there, the morale would have been sunk a long time ago. So they went ahead and kept everything a secret. That's my belief about what happened, because it have to be something serious for them to keep so tight-lipped about Cody's departure. And on top of that, with the CM Punk thing, I'm like, you mean to tell me that little scuffle made you fear for your life? Man, you more pussy than I thought. Really, dude. You couldn't live with the Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious stabbing incident. You couldn't live with Two Cold Scorpio and Road Warrior Hawk taking the fade in Chinatown. You couldn't live with Booker T and Batista scrapping. Like, get this dude out of here, man. You need to get some new blood to run AEW, fam. You ain't built for it. You look at wrestlers like a toy collection. You ain't built to run no wrestling company, man. You built to just finance the money behind the pay-per-views and find the venues. But you, in the day-to-day operatives, you are not built for that at all, dog. You need to find somebody that can really handle egos. You hired all these people, Mark Henry, Big Show, and yeah, none of y'all could get these egos in check. What are you paying these dudes for? You paying all these veterans, but to do what? They can't even keep the egos in check. Instead of Mark Henry going off on, what's that girl named? Kyrie Singh, I think, for something that he did on WrestleMania 40, his big ass need to be handling the egos in AEW. Why are you getting mad over one of WWE's wrestlers disrespected the business, but yet the people in your backyard is doing the same? Use that energy to fix that problem. And the thing is, we saying that in a space where we want to see AEW do good. We want to see AEW do good. We want to see WWE do good. We want to see all companies do good, because when all companies do good, it's great for the fan. We don't want to see a one company monopoly, but yet when you see Tony and them making these bonehead decisions, it makes you frustrated. So, and while the company need a clean house, they need to redo their strategy, because Triple H got his foot on the gas and he ain't letting up anytime soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's King Eric signing out. Peace.